Hello everyone, welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we are going to get right into the monthly September love reading for the sign of Pisces. It's been quite some time, Pisces, since we've had the monthly. This is my favorite series that I upload on my channel, so let's get right into it, Pisces. We're going to pull out 2 or 3 angel messages depending on how I feel. Alright, let's see what they have to say, Pisces. This could be the one. Wow. Alright, I love these. A couple of these are my favorite cards. Children. So children factor into your relationship. I think I'm going to pull one more. Calling in your soulmate. There you go. Sometimes children can come up as a message from the oracles when you're dealing with a particularly young relationship. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we have heart-to-heart conversations. So that just indicates a little bit of the theme for the month, right? Communication. I'm a huge fan of communication in all things. You know, I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know if that matters when it comes to that. That's just who I am, but communication is the way we come and figure out who we are. It's the way we orient ourselves in the world, right? So let's get right into it. We're going to pull out 9 cards for our beautiful Pisces. This is going to be for September 2019. I almost said 2015, and then the Hierophant almost fell out. We did have a lot of 5s that came out for Aquarius. So let's get right into, actually it was Capricorn. Yeah, Aquarius had a lot of 3s. Capricorn, you had a lot of 5s. For all you cross watchers out there. What's going on with my lovely Pisces sign of the fish? Last sign in the zodiac for September. We want affirmations, reaffirmations, and warning signs. Show me. Alright, Pisces. Let's see what your month may be like. Now, you know this message can't possibly be for all Pisces out there, so just take what resonates. Sometimes only a portion of the reading will resonate with you, and some of it may not, so enjoy it, right? Alright, let's get into it. We have 10 of Swords right out the gate. End of a very long struggle. 4 of Wands. Beautiful. King of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Knight of Pentacles at the center. So that's at the heart of your reading. Knight of Cups. Wow. A lot of movement. A lot of movement this month for you guys, Pisces. 9 of Cups has come out for every single reading so far for the monthlies. So with 9 of Cups, we're talking about a wish fulfillment, right? 8 of Swords has also been coming out a lot. Interesting. And we have Temperance. There you go. Sagittarian energy showing up in the reading. Wow. All right. This is very, very interesting, Pisces. All right, let's get right into, let's just check the bottom. 3 of Cups. Okay, there you go. 3 of Cups has also been coming out. So this happens sometimes, and some months we have a kind of synergy that happens with the cards and the readings. It seems to be that perhaps the people who are tuning into my channel are, you know, kind of going through the same thing in terms of like a consciousness in society, because a lot of the same cards will tend to come up. And some of the similar cards we have for you, Pisces, that we had on board for the other readings was certainly 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and 8 of Swords, and 3 of Cups. So far have all shown up in the other readings as well in some way. So let's get right into it. 10 of Swords. All right. So 10 of Swords is when we've come to the end of a really long, sometimes very long, definitely very, very difficult stage in our lives, right? This stage has taken a real toll on us, right? It's taken a real toll on us in the sense that our egos have taken a real knocking. You know, we've really had to take a lot of blows. We've really had to like suffer a lot of hurts. This is a very positive card though, because it definitely indicates that it's the end of that stage, and usually what comes out of the end of such a stage is you get very it's the death of the old and the birth of the new, but the new you is generally wiser, more enlightened, less ego, more spiritual, right? Because with every cycle where we kind of kill the old ego, a new ego arises, but hopefully out of the lessons, that ego is a little bit less, and the spiritual side of you is allowed to come through a bit more, all right? And so with Ten of Swords, we find the end of this kind of path happening. Interestingly enough, you have Four of Wands right after, so stability in a relationship. Calling in your soulmate, this could be the one. Absolutely, because Four of Wands talks about that type of stability in a relationship that endures. And so it naturally describes what we will call a soulmate relationship because it endures. Why does it endure though? You know, oftentimes people say, oh, this is the 1111, and they just say it's your soulmate. But why does this card mean that this is your soulmate? Because it's the Four of Wands. And the 4 is the number for stability and power. It's the number for building a firm foundation, right? So when we get the Four of Wands, the reason why it is so indicative of soulmate energy is because of its ability to stabilize the relationship. It's when we see each other with exactly the same amount of respect and we have exactly the same amount of love, right? When we have that, we have a relationship with someone that endures. In other decks, in the Thoth deck, the Four of Wands is a kind of a completion, right? It's considered a completion. The ram and the lamb and the dove, the ram and the dove. So love and sort of like that fiery energy, but both are accepted with equal respect and understanding. And so you can have two very different elements, right? A dove, which is representing sort of the love aspect, right? Venus and Aries energy is Four of Wands also. And then the ram. So it's beautiful, and you're coming into that, you're stabilizing that, right? You have a King of Pentacles. Some of you have a King of Pentacles in your life, and this may indeed be your soulmate. Now, this person, again, my readings aren't gender specific, but this person is definitely a leader. They have established themselves as being very knowledgeable at what they do. They're quite successful. They're determined, right? The King of Pentacles is a very determined character. He's very industrious. He likes a lot of opulence and a lot of status. And he understands how to sort of function. He's the master of the material plane, so he understands how to function in a very real world, in a very practical way. He knows how to build on his strengths and manifest, right? Money, gain, status, fortunes, abundance. Pentacles is not only representative of money, though. Remember, Pentacles is representative of the material world. So in the material, that also governs our health, our nutrition, our bodies, right? Our environment, how we live. It's an oversimplification to say that Pentacles only represents money, and it's an oversimplification, and it's a lack of understanding to think that the material plane is any less important than all of the other planes, meaning the emotional, mental, and spiritual plane. And so in King of Pentacles, we have somebody who's really very fiery. Kings are fire. Pentacles is earth. Very fiery and forward. A lot of forward momentum with regard to manifesting things in the real world. Now, for you Pisces, this is a perfect type of energy because with your water, you love this kind of earthy energy in general. Of course, it can be different. Let me move these up just a little bit. It can be different depending on the placements of your charts, right? But this is a reading for Piscean energy. So when we're talking about Piscean energy, regardless of whether or not you have a sun, moon, rising, Venus, or what have you in Pisces, that part of your energy does mesh well with an earthy, strong, earthy personality. And so I think for some of you, this soulmate is going to be very representative of this type of person that you're calling in this month to you. There's the Ace of Swords, so you have a lot of ingenuity this month. You're coming up interesting. You have Ace of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. And so you may meet this person on your path to your own sort of career. Because you are representing as Knight of Pentacles. At the center of this reading, the card is always kind of representative of you and the heart of the reading. And so you're representing Knight of Pentacles in a sense that you're kind of going after very methodically and very determined way. You're kind of going after your career goal, your desire for your abundance, right? How you plan to navigate this world in terms of supporting yourself and working for yourself. All of these things, right? You are moving towards that goal in your life, right? As you are embodying the Knight of Pentacles. And most recently, you've got some really excellent ideas that have been coming up. And it could be that you're starting to move forward with this Knight of Pentacles because of some of the ideas that you have coming up. You may have just most recently been thinking about a business or a career move. I say this because I have a feeling that this individual that you're going to be calling in, because we are talking about a new relationship here, a new love interest for Pisces this month. I want to say that is the main message of this reading, right? For this month. And so if it resonates with you, great. If not, that's fine too. Maybe other portions of the reading will resonate with you, such as the fact that you are indeed working on your path. You are indeed coming up with a lot of really great ideas. Now, for some of you, this person may not come through work, and they may not be a very earthy character at all. They may be a very fiery character in your mind, but they will still sort of display a sense of, excuse me guys, I'm just gonna reorient myself. You can't see, but I'm trying to be comfortable sitting here. They may well be quite a leader. They may well still have a good business sense. And they may well indeed, or they may well indeed just have a lot of abundance around them, right? They're certainly going to share qualities with this King of Pentacles. And so I think the fact that you're so geared towards your career right now, that it's going to be that type of individual that comes into your view right now and kind of you fall in love with, right? Because it's all very synergistic to what your aim is. And then you have a Knight of Cups. So this is quite interesting. I want to say this Knight of Cups, I want to say for some of you, right, the path that you're following now, you began because you were in love with someone else, I believe, or someone came into your life that really sparked your heart in a way, made a connection with you, but they didn't stay. All right, I have this sense that they didn't stay. They came into your life and they kind of like shifted everything around. It kind of opened your eyes to new sort of opportunities and options for yourself, but it's almost as if as quickly as they came into your life, they were gone. And I think for some of you, the path that you're following is a path that you happened upon because of the encounter with this individual, right? It could be that they had a particular job in a field that you never thought of being in, but suddenly you found yourself in that field because you were with this person for a short time, or you were interested in them, or there was some kind of connection. Do you see what I mean? It was one of these kind of knock-on domino effects for you, Pisces. And it's quite interesting that aspect will come up this month, because I think that issue is something you're going to be thinking about this month as well. I think you're going to be thinking at some point, am I chasing my dream, or am I just chasing this love that I had? And I think this is going to be something around the middle of the month that's really going to take up a lot of your kind of mental time or your emotional thought. It may be good to have some heart-to-heart conversations with individuals, with your friends, with people who are close to you. Nevertheless, though, I do believe this Four of Wands aspect is quite strong, and you do have a Three of Cups, so there is a sense that a lot, oh, and there's the Tower right underneath. There is a sense that a lot will happen through social circles this month, through a lot of like socializing and enjoying your friendships, getting to know people. You may really like branch out a lot this month for those of you Pisces who haven't done so. You may just make a lot of new friends at a new job, right? Or wherever it is that you live. You may just suddenly be encountering a whole new social circle, or the one you're a part of already. Maybe you're going to be more involved and going out this month. And this is a really good aspect in terms of keeping your motivation up and your self-confidence up. And you also get a wish fulfillment. So now we move on to the last portion of the month, which is the Nine. You got a Nine of Cups, interestingly enough, coming in. So this is a wish fulfillment in some kind of way. I want to say that you kind of like fall in love again, perhaps. Whatever this wish is, it's usually a wish for love. It's usually a wish for some kind of relationship. Oftentimes, the Nine of Cups can be an old flame coming back, or a crush from when we were younger, popping up again later on in life. Or that it can also be sometimes really just that ultimate partner coming into your life, right? And so this is, for some people, this is your Nine of Cups, because when that partner comes in, you immediately ascend to Ten of Cups with them, right? But then for those of you where this doesn't happen and you remain at sort of that Nine of Cups, oftentimes it's like, be careful what you wish for. You think that this wish will ascend you to Ten of Cups and give you everything, but oftentimes it doesn't. And so there's a shallowness with this Nine of Cups that we have to pay attention to. Sometimes it's the wish. It's what we desire. We don't actually desire what we need or what we truly want. We desire what we think we need and truly want. And so this is the disconnect sometimes that we have. Remember, with the 9 cards, there's always an inherency of solitude, of actually walking alone, being sometimes even alienated, right? 9 is associated with the Hermit card on a major arcana. And it's one of those numbers that a lot of the 9 cards are very misunderstood, because that aspect of it is not known, or it's forgotten, right? And so that is an important aspect of the 9 cards, that ultimately the essence of them leaves you kind of missing out on that last puzzle piece that gets you to the 10, because you're on your own. And getting to the 10 is usually involving coming together with someone, right? Expressing love, completion, finality. It all tends all involve someone else, coming towards someone else, right? In terms of when we talk about the 10 of Cups or the 10 of Pentacles, the 2 suits that are to do with really like expressing our love, right? And getting love and our love fulfillment. So with the 9 of Cups, yeah, you get a wish come true this month. But interestingly enough, like I said, be careful what you wish for. This King of Pentacles could very well be a soulmate coming in, but like I said, they take kind of a back seat. This month is a very kind of like a shifting month for you in love, Pisces, because you're so ambitious this month, right? But there is a lot of socializing happening. There is someone in your area that has the potential to make this beautiful Four of Wands connection with, right? But it's interesting that the King of Pentacles only shows up and that's it. There's no really other aspect to it. Perhaps we will get more clarity when we go into the extended reading, which will be on Patreon. Now, you also have an 8 of Swords, and that indicates somebody will be coming in this month. Interesting, you have Temperance. Somebody's going to come in this month with a lot of kind of guilt tripping. a lot of kind of they're going to play the victim card with you. And this is interesting because this aspect with the wish fulfillment, this could very well happen that somebody you deal with this month kind of takes your eye off the ball, right? They may come in and they may present as like, I'm going to say they may present as your soulmate. You may think, oh, this could be the one. You find out very quickly that they're very toxic, right? And you're going to have to exercise a lot of temperance here towards the end of the month, lest you get caught up with this individual, right? This individual is not actually your soulmate, but I think you'll think that they are, right? And it's going to be up to you to really exercise a lot of temperance energy. That's Sagittarian energy. Some of you may be friends with a Sagittarius who can help you as well. So you may be leaning on friends, certainly with that Three of Cups, to make sure that you don't fall into this toxic situation. Because you do indeed have a potential this month for calling in a really strong relationship. But you have a lot of different people you're meeting. So it's going to be a challenge to a certain degree for you to discern the right person. Don't think that it's the first person or the second person or even the fourth person you come across that you're attracted to that's automatically going to be your soulmate. Remember, we meet a lot of attractive people, a lot of people that we're into, and when we immediately assign a role to the first one we meet, oftentimes it's the wrong one and we miss out on the right one. All right, so take care that when this person comes into you, come across this individual, you take the time for them to show and prove, right? My regulars know I'm always talking about show and proving. Make people show and prove who they are before you give them your heart. Same thing here with the Knight of Cups. As I've said, you may have started your career following an old flame, but this flame could be the one who comes back and turns out to be the toxic individual. Remember before, I believe that this Knight of Cups came into your life. They may not have stayed long enough for you to realize exactly how toxic they truly are, right? And so they come back into your life perhaps this month, and you think this is, oh my God, this is them. This is my soulmate coming back, and they come back this time, and they stay long enough for you to realize, oh shit, right? So just take care, don't get too caught up with this individual so that you can't pull yourself back out. All right, this is your reading for the month, my lovely Pisces. All right, we are going to go ahead and stop it here for the YouTube video. Of course, my regulars, you can go on over to Patreon. Join me on Patreon where we're going to do the extended. We pull another 9 cards from the Thoth deck to clarify some of these cards. And we also pull a couple of Sacred Rebel Oracle cards. This is currently my favorite Oracle deck right here. It's really, really beautiful. So, but if you stop here, please like, subscribe, and share if you resonated. Go on into the description. If you're interested in purchasing these decks or you want to get into the decks that I use, you can always go in the description for the videos, and there are affiliate links there I have from Amazon. Of course, I do get a small commission from Amazon when you use those links, so feel free to not use them if you wish, but all of the decks I use are listed there, and that's for your convenience as well. So Pisces, wow, what a reading for you this month, right? I'm just going to say, have a wonderful, wonderful September. I love you very much, and I'll see you at the mid-month love check-in. Bye-bye, Pisces.